Good afternoon and welcome to the Dina Madrid Show. Beautiful Saturday today, March the 28th. We're into the weekend and les doy la bienvenida al mismo tiempo. Please share this interview. We are going to be interviewing Veronica La Consentida. We pretty much know who she is in the Tejano industry, but some of you may not. I will tell you a little bit about her. For those that don't know who she was born and raised in Van Nuys, California. Okay, so she's a California Tejano. And moving on to Las Vegas, Nevada. And right now, she is striking hard in the Tejano industry. She is she's plotting her places in every way that she can because she is very passionate for Tejano music. So right now, help me welcome Veronica La Consentida. Hi,
I was like,
Veronica.
where am I? Where am I? Hi,
Yes,
Dina.
Miss VLC. How you doing today, girl?
I like that VLC. I like that. I'm doing okay. I'm a little under the weather today, but I wanted to get on here. Just thank you so much. I am going to do everything possible to make sure that I get to talk with Dina.
Oh, thank you, Veronica. We have a 3-year background history, so ever since I can go back to the story and talk about how I met you, and it was just one of those things by coincidence, by accident at the Tejano Gala back
Yes.
3 years ago, and it's like I'll never forget that moment. It was a moment that I have made it an inspiration. You had your first song that I heard. Till this day, I don't recall where I saw the biography, your autobiography, where I saw your picture, but I was sitting there at the moment with my computer and San Antonio with my computer and just my banner. And at the time, I was with Masafix, of course. And this little gal comes by, ladies and gentlemen. She's wearing her cowboy hat, and I looked at her and I said, "She looks familiar." And I thought, I don't know, it was just like, "Are you Veronica La Consentida?" "Yes, I am. How do you know?" So
I was
it's
like, wow, she already knows.
that is the beauty. That is the beauty of going to the gala is going there and doing your homework, whereas I hadn't, but I normally do if I see artists that I know and I'm pretty sure they're going to be there. And just to be able to call them by their name, I think that is probably the most important step into meeting your artist is calling them by their name.
Yes, I'll never forget that moment because I had just started. I just started in the
Right,
industry of Tejano music, and
right,
for you to do that, it really marked the starting point. Like
right, right.
this is gonna happen. She
Yeah,
knows me,
yeah.
so you literally were a part of that journey because I wasn't too sure if I was going to be accepted into a different genre in a different state. You have all these things going through your mind, and I wanted to so bad make an impact. Say I'm here. I've been singing so long, but now I want to represent you. I want to represent this music, and I wasn't sure. But when you called my name, I got emotional. I don't know if you saw that, but we kind of both got emotional, and we took a picture. And the other day, I came across that picture and I posted it because that was the first moment that I just felt welcomed. I really did. You made me feel very welcomed.
Yes, and I think we need to remember as radio hosts, radio DJs, that that's very important for an intro for the artists at the radio galas. Sometimes we already know who they are, but it's still good to call them by their name. I think that's a very well respected. And you had that song that hit "Me Desalojaste,"
Yes.
and that's where I made my mark with you as well. And I made sure that I played it. I played it on my show probably once every hour. Usually I do it maybe one time during my show, 3-hour show. And that was always on my list. Until today, you already know that that's the top one. That's the one. I mean, I like them all. I love all the songs you're doing today. But we're going to move on. Um, we rewinded back to 3 years ago and now we are forefront this to 2026. Oh my goodness. In mi calendario, I was like, this girl's an actress as well.
Well, I am dramatic. Everybody that knows me knows that. They're like, "Why are you so dramatic?" But I guess being the oldest of six girls, you have to be
Uh-huh.
dramatic to get through their head. You know, you have to be
Six
like,
girls.
we're six daughters. Yeah, we don't have any brother. I had a brother. He was four and I was two, and he passed away at 4 years old.
Oh,
So I became the oldest sister and pretty much serviced and took care of my sisters, and as my mom was still trying to have a boy, uh it just never happened. So she kept having girls. She thought, oh, this
mhm.
was going to be a boy, but it wasn't. So it's a long story. One day I'll share my childhood. It's very, very interesting. It could literally be a movie. It could.
Veronica, I didn't know about your brother, your little brother, but my condolences to you.
Thank you. Well,
That's
he was
very,
older than me. He was older. He was four and I was two when he passed
oh,
away.
I see. I
So
see. Do
he
you
was the
recall?
oldest.
Do you recall him?
My mom said that I was always wanting to take care of him. Something happened. It's a long story. I'll just tell you a little tiny bit, but he got sick because he drank milk that wasn't homogenized, I guess it's called, when the milk is not like you drink it straight out of the cow. They were
Right.
on their way to Mexico. This is the story that they told me. And he got a stomach problem. And then that stomach problem, they were in Mexico and they wanted to come back, to see a doctor. When they came back, there was something called meningitis. I don't know. That was so
Mhm.
far back
Mhm.
when that happened, and they didn't really have a medication for any of that. So
Right.
he started getting seizures, and the
Mhm.
seizures became constant. And one of the seizures took him.
Mhm.
So I was only two. A lot of people don't know this story, but I literally became my mom. It was just me and my mom. So, she was going through the morning, going through the crying. And my aunt told me that I was very like compassionate, even at 2 years old. I'd bring her the
Mhm.
Kleenex, I'd bring her something to drink. I would try to do it even at 2 years old, try to take care of her because she was going through the mourning process with my brother. And
Mhm.
it's just a very long story. I mean, I'm telling you, it could be a movie. It could. It's very interesting, my
Well,
life.
you know what? It not only a movie, but it could be a song. Mm,
It could be. You're right.
there's some you might think about, writing a song about him,
Yeah,
maybe you don't recall him, but you might want to find out things about him through, relatives or pictures or how you describe him in your heart or in your
right.
mind.
Yeah.
Veronica, yes, we're going to jump into in mi Candelario with the new one that was just released last month. Am I
Yes.
correct? Mhm.
Calendario. Yeah.
And then we're going to back up into the one with Chente Barrera. And you have 3 videos out there, girl. My goodness.
I have tons of videos. Those are the only ones I sent you. But honestly, on my YouTube channel, it's like I have another one, another one. And you know what's the best part about it? I do the majority of my own videos. I mean, I've had people do videos and then I'm like, I would have done that different. So because I love creating, I love
Mhm,
doing videos. That's one of my like, I don't know, pastime things. I
mhm.
just, I love doing videos. So
Okay, we've got Gil Jimenez. Hi, Gil. Dina, your show rocks. Hi, how are you?
I
Thank
think,
you. Yeah, we're gonna rock this. We're gonna rock this show as well. But we need you here with your electric guitar, Gil.
yes,
Speaking of electric guitar, I was going back to the instruments, even dating back to the 1900s. With the tololoche and the accordion, that would derive through the Germans and all. So I was doing this history on that, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, the times have changed so much. The Hano has not changed. The instruments have changed. The Hano has never died. Of course, we have to be up to par with the way things are today, with the music, the new generation, pop, Tejano. I know that there's a lot of Tejanos out there that don't, it's like they say you can't show a dog new tricks. This is us, and this is the way we're going to keep it, Tejano Conjunto. But the instruments have changed, the times have changed. And the more I'm moving into this era of Tejano music, I am seeing the variety of the Tejanos and where they're going with pop culture. And I want to ask you, how do you feel about pop culture? How would you like to go into, and I'm going to back up too, because you didn't know Tejano music. I know that. But how do you feel about pop culture? And then we'll move on to
Like you're
the,
meaning like the change of the music, more
yes.
poppin'.
Uh-huh.
Um, I'm older, so when I fell in love with Tejano, I fell in love with Tejano. I didn't fall in love with all the mixtures and all the different sounds. They're nice, they're beautiful for the new generations maybe, but for me personally, I don't think I can feel the same way as I do with the authentic Tejano sound.
Okay.
I
So
absolutely love it.
when you say that, Veronica, let's talk about the instruments that you use that is making Tejano music. What instruments are you using to make Tejano music?
We're using drums, we're using bass, we're using guitar, we're using keys, and we're using brass, saxophone. So it's like the way it used to be.
Okay,
I'm
so
working with Panchito Villarreal and Javier Villarreal. The reason I say Panchito first is because mainly people know Panchito from Grupo Rodeo, but Javier has just as much talent. His brother, his all the family has amazing, incredible talent. When I see them and hear them, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like the cream of the crop right here. So I am in a perfect place to get that sound that I fell in love with. And
and
yeah,
so
those are the
they have assisted you with this, with bringing those instruments together. Was it foreign for you when you saw the instruments come in?
yes, it
Why
was
is that? What?
because I had been singing banda and I had been singing norteño. I've sang mariachi as a little girl. I've sang bolero with the three guitars, and I've sang kind of tipo Los Panchos, Iri Gourmet, Los Panchos. I've
Uh-huh.
recorded that kind of music too.
So
Um,
did you let me interrupt you a little bit before I lose my thought. Did you ever play with the tololoche, which is one of the oldest ones?
yes, I have with mariachi. I mean, they use that in mariachi. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
But going back to it being foreign, it was very foreign. But the minute I heard the first song, I was because I get emotional. I couldn't stop being emotional because I thought, oh my gosh, all this time I've been singing for 20 years, basically, and I've never felt what I feel in my spirit right now. I felt something beautiful.
what gravitated you to Tejano music? And you sing it so natural. I have to say it so myself, and I know that everybody will just they will not disagree with me, because you have it in you, and you're not a Tejana, okay? You're not from Texas, but then
I'm
I have to say,
My soul is, I think. I think maybe in
yes,
another life
there
I
you
was
go.
born in
Perfect,
Texas.
perfect answer. Tejanos, they planted their roots in different, because of the migrants, right? They moved to many places, and some of them stayed behind and stayed there. And of course, we go back to the music. They were out picking cotton, and after their history, after picking cotton, they'd get together and play, bring instruments together and make conjunto and tejano music. And of course, they moved on and on to Southern California, to Seattle, Washington, down to Colorado, and they were using the same instruments. But then, times started changing, the electric guitar, the keyboard, the synthesizer, and all that stuff. And thinking about how you captured all that with your voice, because it's in your voice, Veronica. It's in your
Thank
heart. It's in your spirit.
you. You just make me feel so good. I don't know. It's just the way
I'm not trying to make you
you're like,
feel
I'm not
good.
trying
I'm
to
telling you what I hear. And I know that people probably say, "Oh, Dina, yeah, right. You know music." You know what? I know good music when I hear it. And
Thank you.
I don't give personal opinions if I don't think it's good. If somebody asks me, it's like I'll have to listen to it. I'll let you know.
Okay,
If
yeah.
you want my opinion. It's a very thin line to do that, especially as a radio host. But
Well, I could tell you, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I could tell you that I do it and I am honestly honored. Like when I'm recording and I'm working with all these amazing musicians, I feel honored. It's like you're getting to do something, like someone gifted me something that didn't belong to me. Like, what an honor. What an honor. So,
yeah,
with all my love, all my respect, I am that artist. I am tu servidora. Like, if there's a song you think you would sound good singing this, let me know. I'll give it to the musicians and see if they, because they're the ones deciding what I sing, and they've done great. I said, I'm not choosing the songs. They're choosing them because they've been in the business and I've never been in this genre. So I give that responsibility to them. But
take me
everything they
to
give me,
take me to
huh?
that day. Take me to that day where Tejano hit. What was it? Was it a song? Was it a moment? Was it a concert? And we
Um,
don't have to go into the story. Just what was it?
it was the feeling in my spirit, like I was supposed to do that.
Okay, and where did that happen? Like where was the
Uh, I
place?
was at the Tejano explosion, put on by Chente Barrera 3 years ago. It's only
Ah,
been 3 years.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
It's really
Okay.
crazy that it's only been 3 years. And I have only had my album out since December of 2024. Uh, so in December of 2025, the album was 1 years old, and we're in March. So it's been a year and 3 months that I've had an album. That's how fast everything just started happening. And I am
So
forever grateful.
when I think about Me Desalojaste, where did you get the writing of that song?
That
I
was
mean,
written by Rene de la Cerda. He
mhm,
wrote the song. He writes a lot of songs. And the
mhm,
cool thing is that I was in Texas 3 years ago, and I met with the guys, the Javier and his brother, and they heard my voice and they said, let's put together a song. Then he sent me 2 days later. He sent me music of that song, and he
mhm,
said, look, what do you think of this music? I said, I absolutely love it. He said, okay, I'm going to send it to a guy that's a songwriter. I didn't know Renee at this time. And he sent it back in 5 minutes. 5 minutes, he wrote that song. Just hearing the music, he wrote the
mhm,
lyrics in five
mhm,
minutes. And
mhm.
Javi said to me, he wrote it in 5 minutes. Listen to it. He's singing it. You don't have to do it exactly like he does, but listen to it. And then I took it and I transposed it into how I would sing it.
What were the first words coming out of Rene de la Cerda? Because I know who he is, and he writes song. He's a songwriter, and he's good.
Well, I
What?
didn't know what me desalojaste meant, and it was hard to pronounce. I was like, what does this mean? So I wrote to him, and I'm like, what is this word? Like, I'm pocha. Like, what is me desalojaste? And everybody that was saying the name, they were like, you say it because we can't say it. They don't know how to say
Uh-huh,
the name.
uh-huh.
But after that, it was like very, very easy for me to say it. So I didn't mind saying it anymore. But yeah, the words talk about, you took me out. You evacuated, like you took me out of your life. Kind of like how they evict you out of a house. Well, you
Uh-huh.
evicted me out of your heart, like me desalojaste de tu corazón.
Right. Uh-huh.
I would
You
have
took me
never
out.
thought of
Mhm.
that because I'm a songwriter. I would have never thought
Right.
of that kind of
Right. Yeah.
description. But
Mhm.
Renee thinks of all kinds of, that's his talent, that's his gift. So I think
I
it.
did I did want to go into in mi calendario right away, but do you mind if we play Me Desalojaste first?
No,
I
of
really want
course.
to.
No,
Since
let's do
we're in the
it.
moment, I want to be in the moment right now.
Okay,
So
okay, perfect.
this is Veronica La Consentida, one of her first songs that was hitting the charts, Me Desalojaste.
It is the first song, the first Tejano song.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Welcome.
Recuerdo cuando eras mío, trago amargado, corazón.
Whew. The last time I had an interview with you, you know I was in tears, right?
You and me both. I'm always crying. They're like, they should just name me like La Llorona, you know?
All right, so we're gonna go on to en mi calendario. Who wrote song? Uh, how did you guys bring it together? Did you know it was gonna be a ranchera? Because that's what it is, ¿verdad? Es una ranchera.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
And
I had been recording other styles a little bit. I kind of swayed a little bit away from just doing Tejano only. I thought, I want to do something different. But then they're so good to me at the studio. He's like, you got to get back to what made you. You got to get back to that sound. And so that's when we decided to do a new song that was that sound again. And of course, I fell in love with it, but it was a difficult song. I got to tell you, after you guys hear it, you'll see it's a bit of a tongue twister. And it was written by Joel Villarreal, one of the brothers, another brother.
uh-huh. So yeah, I mean, how in the world were you able to say all that? I mean, you guys, when you listen to the song, the video is going to come on. When you see it, you look at. I mean, I'm like, how did you do that? It's like, okay, repeat that one verse where you say it quickly.
My head is like blank, but
you're looking at the calendar and
I'm saying, I'm like blank right now. Well, yeah, I'm a little blank because I'm feeling a little bit, under the weather. Okay. But I'll do it once we get back because then I'll remember.
I'm torturing you, huh?
No, it's okay.
Okay, we're gonna go on to En Mi Calendario. You guys are gonna enjoy this one. This one was just released just a few weeks ago, right? So congratulations.
I love it. Yeah, thank you.
I love it. I love how you throw the flowers out too.
As soon as I heard that song, I saw me throwing flowers. And I was like, that has to be in the video.
We have Gigi La Chicana, Ruby, Belen Ruby. Thank you guys for joining us. Love you guys. Thank you for supporting KDNA, Veronica La Consentida, and this great show. I'm having a wonderful time here with VLC. Let's do this.
VLC. It almost is like pretty young thing. VLC, pretty young, instead of PYT. Hi, Roland. I see Roland on there.
Hi, Roland.
Después de todo este rato, lo que se supone que ibas de vacaciones, compraste anillo o te lo ganaste. Me quedé ilusionada esperando mis flores. ¿Cómo pasaron todos estos años? Te descontento, ¿cómo va la vida? Sueño contigo, eso nunca cambia. Me volví loca por estarte esperando. Compré una guitarra solo por si acaso volvieras a mis brazos y tomé clase de canto. En mi calendario tengo las pruebas que antes me querías, me pintabas los días y así me dijiste adiós, con la promesa de volverte a ver. En mi calendario tengo grabado el día que te fuiste, con un beso me mentiste y así me dijiste adiós. todo este rato, no que se supone que ibas de vacaciones. Compraste anillo o te lo ganaste. Me quedé ilusionada esperando mis flores. ¿Cómo pasaron todos estos años? Te ves contento, ¿cómo va la vida? Sueño contigo, eso nunca cambia. Me volví loca por estarte esperando. Compré una guitarra solo por si acaso volvieras a mis brazos y tomé clase de canto. En mi calendario tengo las pruebas que antes me querías. Me pintabas los días y así me dijiste adiós, con la promesa de volverte a ver. En mi calendario tengo grabado el día que te fuiste, con un beso me mentiste y así me dijiste adiós, con la promesa de volverte a ver.
Ooh, I see the heartbreak there. I see the pillows just on one side of the bed. I see throwing the flowers out. I see you hanging up on him. You actually, I
All
thought you
the
were going to send
details.
the Lord out, the phone.
Yeah, all the little details that you think of when you're doing a video, like, oh, that would be a good, because you get this song and it has lyrics and you have to make it come to life through visual. And
Right.
me, I don't have a lot of budget to hire a big old crew, and I probably would want to direct it anyway. So it's better that I just do it.
Yeah. So you noticed the verses, right? The we talked about the verses and how it was a tongue twister. Can you do that for us now?
It was um
Here comes another headache.
let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Compraste anillo. Let me see.
That's okay. Don't worry, Veronica. I know
I'm
you're
like,
not. No worries. So
I should
we
my brain is like, because I performed last night and I'm like,
speaking of performance, tell us about what you're doing with the Honey Dance for July, the Hano Takeover weekend.
Yes. Well, first of all, I want to tell everyone publicly, Dina has been a big support. Dina has supported since day one the idea, the concept, and she has literally sponsored the first ones. And I am so grateful to you, Dina. So grateful to
Thank
you.
You're
Um,
welcome.
I wanted to make sure I said that. But yes, it is growing. It is happening. We do have a home venue. Last night we kicked it off. It was the first one. No one knows about the Hano in Vegas. It's like they're going into a music that they have no idea. But for it being the first one, we had about 25 people there. And I thought that was a great turnout for the first one. And they loved it. There was a lady, a couple there. She was born in Texas and her husband was born in California, but they used to do a lot of Tejano dances. So they were dancing a lot and the people were just kind of whispering and watching. Like, it's something they've never seen. It's so foreign to Las Vegas. And that is why it is so important to me to bring it. And a lot of people ask me, well, why don't you just do it throughout the year and not do it when the convention's in town? Well, I'll tell you honestly why. And I want everyone to know this. I am not thinking of doing anything against what they're doing. What I'm trying to do is get the community to see what Tejano is. And if Tejanos are in the city and they're there already, why not invite them so my community can see the culture and see the music? I can't do it without them here in the beginning. Once the people know, then it's going to be whenever. You know what I mean? It's going to be great. So I've gotten a little bit.
Let me stop there for a little bit. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
I don't want to lose my thought on this one. Sometimes I do, and I know I'm interrupting, and I know that's not a good thing. But
Okay, I do that too.
How the people that went to the dance, when they got on the dance floor, what did it look like? How,
Last night,
it
yeah,
was, well, the people that don't even know what Tejano music is, well, how did they get on the dance floor and dance? Was it a different, did they feel different on the dance floor? Did they feel the
last
music?
last night they didn't want to try. They were whispering, they were just staring. They're a little bit like, what is this? Now, I had an event at a church once and I sang some Tejano there. This was sometime last year. And the couples rushed to the dance floor and they just stood there and stared at each other. And they were like, what do we do? And they were like,
Aw.
no, no. So it's it's become more of a mission now, more of a passion, because I'm like, they can't even enjoy this music because they don't know it. And
Right.
everyone tells me, oh, the convention in town, the convention has nothing to do with the Las Vegas community that I've been here for 20 years, and they don't know what it is.
Well,
I'm
maybe
excited.
what you need to do is maybe you need to get some Tejano dancing lessons going, or maybe
I
I
do.
should even be giving you that
No, I thought of that already because I thought, you know what,
idea.
we need TDK out here for a little while. He just
There
needs to
you
stay in
go.
the hotel.
TDK, where is TDK? Let's call him right now.
Exactly. We need
Hey,
TDK. I tell him all the time.
Veronica, speaking of the dance and all, how, like, okay, so do you ever tell them that it's like doing a two-step?
I
You know,
do.
like,
And
almost
they
like
and you know what I did last night was I made a video that I
uh-huh,
have taken at the Beer Depot of people dancing. And I
right,
kind of cropped it so it's just the people dancing. And I don't
uh-huh,
somebody that's watching this was in the video. I don't know. My whole point was to show them how to
uh-huh,
do this. So I put it on this huge LED screen behind the band so they could
right,
see. Then I gave the DJ that had no clue what Tejano was, I gave him a
mhm,
little artist to study, and
mhm,
he did a good job. He did a good job. It was the first one. Um, he saw the vision, He only
mhm,
plays banda norteño and then maybe like a disco or like bachata or reggaeton, that kind of stuff. And it was the first step to do this here. I
uh-huh,
really
uh-huh.
think that our community needs this. I really do. I think that
Yeah.
it needs
Well,
Tejano.
it just dates back to history. You're looking at the Tejanos, the Conjunto people, and again, I'm mentioning, the era where they were picking cotton, they brought the accordion, they brought their instruments, partook in the music. And then, some people stayed behind in Texas, but all the Tejanos carried it with them, to all parts of the country. And Tejano is not foreign. I mean, it is regionalized American music, but a Tejano is a Tejano. And I'm hoping that the people in Las Vegas, they probably are Tejanos too. They may have been born and raised in Texas, but they were babies when they went on to Vegas, Nevada. And I'm sure there's some type of roots, connected with
Oh,
with
there
uh,
is.
Texas,
Yeah.
with Mexico, because that's what it is. I'm from New Mexico. I came to know Tejano music through my grandfather who owned a bar. He contracted Little Joe. Palomas is just 20 miles from here. Contracted Little Joe y La Familia to come. Little Joe's from Texas. He came through the forest and went out to where I'm from, and he played at the Benjamo nightclub. That's where Tejano evolved there. It was already, of course, this was in the 60s, right? Where, by that time they were orchestrated different instruments as far as the trumpet and the flute and the violin, it just started growing as an orchestra. So there has to be some type of a beginning in the beginning with
Yeah.
Vegas. I think you're exposing more of the music out there. You want them to play it in the radio. Are they playing it in the radio out there? Are the
No,
radio stations? No one is.
they're not. They're not very
So
welcoming of the genre. Uh, Clubs out here are not very welcoming. Uh, I've been told a lot of things from people in Vegas. I get both sides. I get you shouldn't do it during this time of year because you're conflicting. Then I get Vegas telling me, well, you don't need to bring that music over here. We don't want that. That has to stay in Texas. So it's like it's been a battle. Go ahead.
But they'll accept Selena. So that's Tejano
That's
music.
Selena. Yes. Last night there was a lot of people there that were at the bar. It's like a separate room. And as soon as they heard Selena, they ran in there to dance. And then I
Uh-huh.
said publicly, I said, she's an awesome artist, but there's a lot of awesome artists that you guys haven't heard. And that's why I'm doing this. I want you guys to be familiar with all the other artists. So I sang Ya Te Vi, I sang Golpe Traidor, I sang a lot of my originals, and they
Mhm.
stayed to hear me sing all the other ones. They were very intrigued. It was great. It was
Mhm.
great.
We want to say hello to the audience. I want you
Yes.
guys to know that yeah, I'm really involved here talking too much, pero de veras quiero darle la bienvenida a Joe Leal. Gracias, Joe. Mr.
Joe.
Joe Leal from Chicago. He's with us in the house right now. He's a true Chicano to the max.
Yeah, great
We
voice.
have here Lupe Liscano, Pablo Hernandez as well. Gracias. Thank you for joining us. We have también Dorothy Martinez. Hi, Dorothy.
Hello,
And then
Dorothy.
we have, I saw earlier Gigi La Chicana and others that were coming on the window. Let's see who we have here. They're saying hello to you. So,
Hi,
saludos para ustedes de parte de
hi,
Veronica.
Norma. I see Norma on there. Hi, Norma.
Oh, I don't
Hi,
see Norma
Tejana
here.
H. Oh, I see her. Tejana H is on, and Lupe
Okay.
Lizano.
I'm looking at my phone, so
I am
I
too.
guess it's kind of different from what I'm seeing on the
Yeah.
screen. But
If
anyways,
we missed you, welcome.
yes, welcome everybody. We're going to move on. I'm excited to know a little bit about your, um, how can I put this? Your collaboration with Chente Barrera, and
Yeah,
tell
that
us a
was
little bit
amazing.
about how difficult was it for you to, or challenging was it for you to get him to do a video with you?
Well, it's a long story. Do you want the whole story?
Yeah, kind
We'll
of
just
give us
move
some
around.
in a
Yeah,
nutshell.
we'll give you, yeah. So the next year when I came out to San Antonio and I had already had one song, I think it was the next year, or maybe yeah, maybe. Um, I had told Javi and Panchito, like, I need to do a duet with someone that's known. I mean, that's what I want. And they look at me like, no, I don't know if you're going to be able to do that. It's kind of like you're reaching
Mhm,
for the stars, girl. You just started, slow down, and I was like, I want to do a song with a known person. And
uh-huh,
I knew someone at the Tejano Explosion, so that he's like in charge of organizing the booths there. And I told him, I said, I want to meet Chente because I saw the
mhm,
stage and I go, I want to sing on a stage like that. And I just kept saying, I want this, I want that. And sometimes you just have to do that. You have to just tell the world, like, this is what I really, really want. And so he goes, oh, you want to meet him? Let's go to the back. So he took me to the back, and I shook his hand and I said, "Hi, Chente. I'm Veronica from Las Vegas. You don't know me, but we're gonna do a duet. Okay, we're gonna do a duet one day." And he kind of looked at me like I was crazy, just gave me this look because he was like ready to go on the stage. He didn't really pay attention. so so then I asked the guys at the studio. He said, "Oh, Chente's gonna put the drums on not en mi soledad, I think it is one of the songs that I was doing. He was going to play the drums on it, and I said, "Oh," I said, "that's great because now you have an opportunity to ask him if he'll do a duet with me." And they were like, "I don't know. He's just coming to do the drums. We don't really want to. He may do your backgrounds too if he's already here." And they're just telling me all this stuff. Anyways, bottom line, I'll get to the point. They asked him. They said, "There's somebody that wants to do a duet with you. What do you think?" And he said, "Let's do it." But he didn't know it was me. He didn't know it was me, really. Yeah, he just said, "Okay," because they're not gonna have him do a duet with, whoever they're working with. So the day that we were gonna record, Dina, I walk in, and he goes, I go, "You remember me?" He goes, I say, "Yeah, I'm the one that said hello to you in the back of the stage and said that you were gonna do a duet with me."
I'm the one.
And he
And
said,
I know a
"Oh,
lot. ones.
Yeah, and he goes, "I vaguely remember," because that day he was so focused on his show. He goes, "But yeah, I vaguely remember you." I go, "Remember I said that? And look, we're doing it now." And he just started laughing. He didn't really say much, but it was an amazing experience. I filmed it. I just soaked in it. I was like, "This is amazing. I said this, I visualized this, and it happened."
Let's share
Thank
this
the
with the
Lord.
audience right now.
Okay.
Con tu dulce ternura despertaste otro mundo en mí, desnudaste mi alma y mi ser con tu sabor.
El amor que tú sientes, tú lo has provocado en mí. Me pierdo en tus labios, suspiro entre suspiros. El ritmo de amor que me das sin parar, empaña tus ventanas con pasión.
La estrella del universo, consagrando nuestro amor.
El ritmo de amor que me das sin parar, jamás a nadie volveré a amar. Nuestro amor está destinado a un amor de eterna pasión. El ritmo de amor que me das sin parar, empaña tus ventanas con pasión.
La estrella del universo, consagrando nuestro amor.
El ritmo de amor que me das sin parar, jamás a nadie volveré a amar. Nuestro amor está destinado a un amor de eterna pasión.
That's a ritmo, all right. A ritmo de pasión. That's what the song is called.
Ritmo de amor, yeah.
Ritmo de amor. And so who wrote that song, Veronica?
It was a combination between René de la Cerda, uh, Panchito Villarreal, and another person. I don't have that person's name, a female writer. So it's
I,
three
I'm
people that wrote that
I'm
song.
taking it that it didn't take very much to do many takes. Was it very
No,
naturally done? Were you
uh,
nervous?
it was very. I loved watching him because he didn't know he didn't he doesn't need to rehearse. He just goes in there and he knows how to put emotion and all that. I mean, he's a professional, and I just loved watching him sing it. I don't know how to explain it. It was like a dream, just
You
watching
know,
all this take place.
you
I
know
was
where I
like,
would You know where I would love to watch both of you guys, like at the Tejano Takeover, maybe the Tejano Music Awards, that collaboration. It's amazing.
Thank
And
you. Thank
that would
you.
really, I would love to see, and with lots of prayers, and everything's gonna come to
Yeah.
be.
I am very, very honored. You have no idea. I got very emotional, of course. After I heard the song, I fell in love with that song. I just fell in love. I separate myself. Like it's not my vocals, it's somebody
Right,
singing it. And I
right.
would hear that song. And that song is so romantic. And I feel
Mhm.
like we need more romantic songs. I'm just publicly, I just want to say thank you, Chente. Like you gave me the opportunity to do this with you, and I am forever, forever honored and grateful. He's a
And I
legend.
you guys are hitting the charts right now with that song as well,
Yes,
aren't you?
that song is still on the charts. It's been a while because I've released two other songs since that song, and it's still people love it. People will hear it, they'll put it on. I mean, it's everywhere. I mean, it's amazing. It's something amazing. I always say this, if I ended my career right now, I have lived some amazing moments already. I'm not going to do it, but I'm just every step that I take, I'm like, okay, this is done. Check. Okay, that's like done. Next. So I want to do another duet with somebody else, and I'm gonna let him know that he's gonna do a duet with me. Do you want to know who I'm gonna call him and say, you don't know me, but we're gonna do a duet.
You don't know me. I hear that a lot from you. You don't know who I am, but
Yeah.
it's gonna come to be.
Yeah, I have to find when Marcos Orozco is performing, I'm gonna do the same thing and see if God makes it happen. I'm gonna go, hola Marcos, soy Veronica de Las Vegas. Y no sabes, pero vamos a hacer un dueto.
Take your little wand,
I know. Just like,
create some
yeah,
magic.
I'll just go around him with one of those, like the Wonder Woman has the lasso. I'll just put it around him.
Veronica, if anyone told you different about Tejano music, how would you defend that?
I have been defending it. I tell them that they don't understand this. I was on a podcast a few days ago with Monica Roca in Las Vegas. She is like the community podcast that everybody hears, the Latino community list. She has doctors on there. She allowed me to go and share my passion. And when I was playing my Sueño song, I saw her close her eyes and she held her chest. And then after it was done, she said, I have never heard that kind of music in the Latin community.
I can't, for some reason, I can't comprehend with that.
And she said, Dita, she said, sentí como how do you say massage? Sentí
Masaje,
un, sentí un, say it again,
masa, masaje.
masaje en mi espíritu, con tu
Oh,
voz y con la música que estás cantando ahora. I had never heard that. I got very emotional again, and I just looked at her because I didn't expect that comment. And how would I defend it? I don't need to defend it. I think that the music is just not known here. Once they know it and they hear it constantly, people are going to lift it up. It's going to be a fresh new audience, fresh new ears, fresh new city that makes it come to life. It's not going to be like, oh, we hear it all the time. It's kind of dying. No, it will not die here. We are the entertainment capital of the world. We will lift it up, and we
there's
will.
Johnny Martinez. Say hello to Johnny Martinez.
Hey, Johnny.
He's
My
coming in.
my other half. What do you want to say? My
He's
other half.
he's throwing some glitter on the conjunto. He's going, okay, let's talk about conjunto
No,
music now.
no. But I consider it Texas conjunto is still to me like a Tex-Mex feel.
Right, of
If you don't
course.
play that music, it's not norteño. He gets down. I mean, he brings that energy, and that's what Tejano is. It's a different kind of energy. And
Well, it's
I put it all in the same.
the accordion says everything, and Johnny's on the accordion, and it's
Yes.
speaking for itself. His band is speaking for itself. So Johnny I know he's anxiously waiting for this big event that's happening in July. Are you guys doing anything prior to that?
We don't know yet. There's a lot of things happening with me, which I'll be announcing a few other things that I'm doing that I didn't know I was going to do, but there's some other events that I'm going to be involved in.
Uh-huh.
And he is kind of like my partner in crime in this, bringing it to our city, bringing it to Arizona, to Tucson. And we are going to collaborate, both our companies. You know, he has Conjuntified Entertainment. I have La Consentida Productions. We're joining forces and we're going to make things happen. We are.
But you know, and it doesn't always have to be that you guys collaborate and get on the stage and play together. You know, this is about, you know, if we want to define conjunto, we also want to define it as you know, conveniendo juntos, coming together. And,
Right.
you know, you play your stuff, you know, you show us what you know about conjunto, you tell us what you know about Tejano. You know, it's a variety, it's very versatile, and it doesn't have to be all conjunto. You know, it's Tejano, it has it's defined very universal. It's very universal because it all comes from the very beginning, going back dating back 100 years, and
Yeah.
how it has changed throughout the years, how it has evolved. Although it's just regional music, American regional music, it still defines us with through the instruments, through the music, through the passion, through the massages in our heart. The way this young lady was describing it, I think that's amazing.
Isn't that amazing? And
Yes, it
she
is. Yes, it
she
is.
decided to give me promotion for my honey dance on her podcast. Every single time she goes on there, she's going to be promoting the July event.
Mhm.
Um, she she understands energy a lot. She talks about, you know, she feels energy, and she said, "I'm not worried about you not making this happen. It's going to happen. I could feel it." And
So
she's never wrong, she said.
tell us what we're going to see at your event in the summer month of July.
Okay, well, we're going to have an inauguration. I have submitted a proclamation to the city of Las Vegas, and I'm hoping that comes through. If that happens, and someone from the city will be there, I'm hoping the mayor is there. That's what I want.
Okay.
Um, we will be having kind of like a ribbon cutting that Tejano and Conjunto is part of the music scene of Las Vegas. With so much music that goes on, music that, I mean, honestly, it doesn't uplift people, some of the music that we have in the Latin community.
Mhm.
Um, I want music that uplifts people, that feels good. I love the bailes they have at the New Beer Depot. I would like to mimic something like that in Vegas. So the place where we're having it is Balcom Bar and Grill. It
Mhm.
is really, really close to the West Gate. So after the pool party, if anybody wants to come, or before, if they're too hot, you know, our doors are open. You can go to the website. It's www.honeydances with an S.com. The pre-sale ticket link is there. Every ticket is going to include one drink. So right now it's a perfect time to buy it because you could get a glass of wine, a beer of your choice, or a well drink with that ticket.
Mhm.
There will be food there. And yes, that's the website. And there will be food there.
Mhm.
And we have, you know, conjunto diferencia. You know, they've never, how do I say it? They've always supported me since day
They've,
one.
they've
So
never has hesitated to come, even though now these
hey,
guys they drive. You know, they're,
you
you know,
guys don't know.
we need to donate. We need to donate some tires to Conjunto Diferencia.
Yeah, if you don't know who they are, like you need to go see
A
them,
joke.
share their site, go find them. You know, Johnny Martinez, he's on there. I think he has a Johnny J Martinez. Go to his site and friend him. He's probably running out of space, but friend him, follow him. You could still follow even if you can't become friends. And following, you'll see where they're at. You know, his dad, Johnny J Martinez Sr. The whole family is beautiful. I mean, I feel like I told you I have no brothers. So when I'm around Conjunto Diferencia and they're these big guys, you know, they're like super tall, I feel like
Mhm.
I'm protected because I'm just a little lady and they're like tall and it's awesome. I mean, we've even laughed about it, Dina. I go up to the mic that Johnny's using and I can't reach it, you know.
That is so cute.
I
Don't
literally
feel
have to
bad.
jump.
That's why I like being around you, because I think I'm a little bit taller than you are.
Yeah, you are a little bit. I'm like 4'9" and a half.
Well, you
Or
know, I've shrunk
9 and a
probably
quarter.
an
I
inch
don't know, but I
or
gotta add that, you know.
and you know, this Tejano takeover is during my birthday. You know, I have a birthday on July the 7th.
Gotta
So
go. We will sing, right, Johnny? We will sing happy birthday to Dina,
yeah,
correct?
oh yeah, I want to be there. Yes, con el favor de Dios.
So
And
we got him. We've got our my band that I'm gonna sing as well. And then the headliner that night will be come on, Veronica. My head is not. Who is it, Johnny? He's laughing. Oh my God. Santiago Garza. Man, my head.
Santiago
If you,
Garza will be there. Who else is going to be there? Johnny, Conjunto Diferencia, Johnny
yeah,
Martinez, Conjunto Diferencia. Then you have Santos.
Santiago Garza. And then
Okay.
myself. I'll be singing too.
Uh-huh.
We have the big DJs from TikTok, DJ Ray from the New
Woo,
Beer Depot, and DJ
okay.
Sid. I call them the two powerhouse TikTok DJs because they
There you
really
go.
they rule on TikTok. I mean, they're on there constantly,
Right, right.
and they're going to come and support the event as well. And we will have Joe Cortez there again, the boxing referee that was in the video of Me Desalojastes. He will be
Mhm.
there, and then
Okay.
we might have some surprises because I've been asking people to bring, some special people. So I'm hoping, but you can find all the details on, like I said, www.honeydances.com. And you can always reach out to me. You can message me. If you feel uncomfortable putting your information, to pay for the tickets on the site, it's
Mhm.
okay. I mean, I don't have the Zells and all that under the name of the event. I have them under my name, but then I'll put the money in that to reserve your spot. But
Mhm.
if you don't feel uncomfortable, because I literally went and bought a ticket myself to see how it kind of all worked, and it
Uh-huh.
worked perfect. It worked perfect. It's called Ticket Spice. We're going through that company because they
Uh-huh.
only take 3 cents out of every ticket. And
Uh-huh.
that's good. A lot of these companies that you use to reserve tickets, they take like $8,
So
$10.
it's Ticket Spice.
Yeah, Ticket Spice. But the link is on honeydances.com. You'll see it
Okay.
right there. As soon as you open there, it's going to be like
No,
pre-sale
some
ticket.
sometimes those flyers and I just have to bring it out. You see the flyers and it's hard to see the times, and that's probably important. It's hard to see sometimes. It's really difficult. I'm just putting myself, in someone that wants to go to these entertainments, but it's hard to see, the website, the times, and those are the most important. And I see in the flyers that they're really tiny, and I'm like, is it just me or do I need to go get my bifocals, But yeah, put the times up there really big, guys.
Yes, yes, definitely. Well, we're going to start at 8 o'clock. We decided to start earlier for the inauguration and the speeches and stuff like
Uh-huh,
that.
uh-huh. Okay.
The music will start right after that, whatever, time that happens. But yeah, I mean, it starts at 8 o'clock. We may be ending it at 2. It just depends. If the people are having a great time, she has agreed to keep it going. There is
That's
food.
great. Tell us the venue. Where's the venue again? How far is it again?
It's Balkan Bar and Grill, and it's about, I don't know, 6 minutes from the West Gate.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually look and see if I can find the address, so that way I
Let's
can that
while
to
you
you.
do that, we're going to say hello to Jeannie Wheeler. Thank you, Jeannie, for joining us. Her son was in my classroom in elementary school. She lives here in Deming, but she's from Texas. And she looked me up and she was like, Dina, the Huddle music. See, there's a good example of
Perfect.
uh, the traveling people that made their way through New Mexico and into California, and they planted their roots here in Demi, New Mexico, and remember their roots, the Hano music. Here's a good example with Jeannie Wheeler. So thank you, Jeannie, for joining us as well. I hope you're enjoying the show. George Vences, Jennifer Lynn,
Hi,
hopefully
George.
this
I have an
man,
interview with George.
Salazar.
Yeah.
Hi, Norma. Besos para Norma Salazar as well.
Yes.
Becky V. Limon, abrazos, besos para ustedes. Mr. Robert Forbes is also with us. Hello, Mr. Robert Forbes. And if I missed anybody, I'm sorry, but you guys, I'm very grateful to God that you guys can come and just celebrate the Hano music. Celebrate, the legends of Tejano, the forefathers, the immigrants that that planted the music, not only the crops, but they planted the music right along the way. They took their music with you, and that's what we have to be proud of, that they stopped in different places and made music after they were picking whatever vegetables, harvesting the crops, and celebrating with music after getting out of work. I think that is like that's very heartfelt. I think about the history and how it all became, and it all started with music. It made connections with everybody. You're thinking about family. I'm going to work to support my family, and after work we're gonna sing, we're gonna dance, we're gonna celebrate the harvest, and that's what it's all about.
Yes, exactly.
So we're going to go into sueños, because this is for all the people that have made that dream come true in the
Yeah.
United States of America.
Oh, nice. I'm going to take a little break while you do that. Is that okay? Okay.
Sueños.
Sueño de tus besos, mis deseos se vuelven realidad. Sueño del amor que me das por una eternidad. Sueño que me quieres con corazón y mucha emoción. Sueño no más de tu amor que no me va a dejar. Cada mañana al despertar, te juro que no hay nadie más. Sueño del amor que me das una vez más.
Ana Garcia Live.
Por las querencias que me das, te quiero mucho más, mi amor. Sigo soñando por ti con gran emoción. Sueño que me quieres con corazón y mucha emoción. Sueño no más de tu amor que no me va a dejar. Cada mañana al despertar, te juro que no hay nadie más. Sueño del amor que me das una vez más. Por las querencias que me das, te quiero mucho más, mi amor. Sigo soñando por ti con gran emoción. Sigo soñando por ti con gran emoción.
Mr. Johnny Martinez, he says, we were mentioning tires, and he says, yeah, tires and gas, gas money. And unfortunately, we're running into some gas um, problems right now, and I'm just hoping that something happens before then, because I'm sure that a lot of people will be on a tight budget.
Yes.
especially if they're traveling, just even getting Amazon stuff today. I was like, what? You're going to charge me? I have Prime and you're still going to charge me this much? I don't know what happened there, but it looks to me like it's going to be hurting the country, of course, all of us. También Daniel Garcia, he says he interviewed you a few years ago. So we want to.
Like 3 years ago. He was one of the first people that interviewed me. So thank you so much, Daniel.
Yeah, so
Thank
you have a little history with Daniel. Daniel's great. He's a great radio host, great DJ. He's got some great music out there as well. And we have some Tejanos in the house, some Tejanos, some conjuntos in the house. Everybody's supporting Veronica La Consentida. We've got Norma Salazar, her husband George Salazar is also one of our hot Tejanos right now out of Michigan. That's
you.
pretty far away. So that's what I'm talking about. Tejano has moved along throughout the country. Staying where they are, continuing with the music, keeping Tejano alive. Just because you live in another state does not mean that you're not Tejano. If you
Right.
have Tejano in your heart, keep spreading it throughout the country, and that's what we need. Although it's just a regional, it's a very small genre, but
Yeah.
it goes a long way in our heart. I
I
got
wanted
that.
to I wanted to mention real quick. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I got
Bueno,
chosen to perform uh, on a cruise with Roland Martinez and Tejana H. Yeah. So that'll be taking place in February 2027. But I am the only female artist that will be singing on that cruise. So if you guys want more information, please contact Roland Martinez. I'm very excited about it. This is another check off my bucket list. I've always wanted to sing on a cruise, and I'll be singing all my originals and some other songs as well.
what's the name of the cruise, Veronica? Maybe I'll just jump in myself.
I would love that. Okay, let me get the flyer out because I have so much in my head I can't remember everything.
So this is happening in February,
Yes,
and
in
you're going to
February.
perform along with who else? Who else is going to be performing?
Uh, Homer
Homer
G.
G. Homer G. out of McAllen. Hey,
Yes,
Homer. I know Homer.
yes,
Homer just popped up in my radio profile, and I was like, "Who's this guy? I got to check him out. He's got a lot of energy. He's good. I've got a couple of his songs on the radio as well. Homer
great.
G.
I'm excited to meet them. I'm excited to meet everybody that's going. It looks like it's a great deal. The price is incredible. They're starting their rooms at 495 a room, and that's including your food. Kids are free after under 16.
Hmm.
That's fantastic. We also got Arnold Valdez that's going to be performing,
I've
and
heard
the
him.
name is Party in La Playa 2027. It's called MSC Seascape. It's supposed to be a new ship, so everything's fresh, everything's new.
Hmm.
7 night Caribbean cruise sailing from Galveston. So it'll be coming out from Galveston. But yeah, I have the flyer right there. I don't know if people can see
Yeah,
it.
go ahead and share it with us, and also tag me on it, and
Okay.
tell us the name of the cruise again.
Uh, well, the cruise is called the MSC Seascape. That's the name of the ship. But the event is called Party in La Playa 2027.
It says homage and Arnold. Wait, homage and
Homer.
Arnold. This under Victorious Promotions will be singing on the MSC with Veronica. If you guys have questions, you can call Roland, Laura, Laura Roland, and Laura Martinez. Myself, because I am promoting the promoter for Tejano Live
Yeah.
Radio.
There's
Okay,
the numbers that you can call. Does that come through clear? I know it's
not
probably backwards.
we'll get it down on the feed. And
Yeah.
if,
So I just
if
want to tell you about that.
I believe we have Victoria's Promotions, Vicky V. Limon, who's on with us. You can write those telephone numbers down. Some people will go back and look at this interview later on, and they'll get to also read the phone numbers on there. Maybe you can get a flyer on there as well. But
Yes. And again, what an honor for me to sing this music on a
Mhm,
ship. Like
mhm.
when they talked about it and I said yes, I was like, this is a beautiful, beautiful historical moment for me to be able to bring it to the water because I am one of those people that love the ocean. So
Yeah, I'm a water person too, big time.
I love it. It's very peaceful.
Veronica, you haven't mentioned your band. Talk to us about your band. I want to congratulate you. You have a band now, and wow,
Yeah.
wow,
Well,
that's great.
the thing is that I have a band here in Vegas, but
Uh-huh,
in order to have them travel to San Antonio with all the uprising of all the costs, I have to have a band there. And again, what an honor to be playing with some of the most amazing musicians. When Panchito agreed to be my keyboard player from Grupo Rodeo that day, I was
uh-huh.
about to jump out of my skin because I thought, this is amazing. Like, who gets to have pretty much Grupo Rodeo behind them? Like, that's a blessing in itself. I
Yes, yes.
appreciate him. I had different musicians that are considered legends in the Tejano industry. These are
Mhm.
people that have played with Jay Perez, that have played with different artists that are big. So for me,
Garza.
I lived a dream that day. I really lived a dream that day.
Good, good for you. I'm glad. That's why we call you La Consentida,
Thank you.
La Consentida of the dreams. Verónica, mi consentida.
Well, I
Uh,
wanted to share something with you, Dina, if I can. Last
sure.
night, I wasn't expecting this at all. I'll put the video up. I really wasn't expecting this. But Jaime Estrada has been following my career for the last 20 years.
Jaime Estrada.
He's written a lot of articles on me. He used to work for newspapers and magazines, and he would always include me. And I gotta say thank you, gracias, Jaime, por tu apoyo y todo tu cariño en mi carrera. And now that I'm doing Tejano music, he's continuing to support what I'm trying
Mhm.
to do. So last night when I was singing, I felt really bad because I didn't want to take too much time talking. He said, "Can I go on the stage and talk?" And I said, "Okay, really quick." I said, "Really quick, you could talk." And I gave him the mic. And I said, "Oh, what is he going to talk about?" Like I didn't have any idea. And then
Right.
he proceeds to hand me plaque, this plaque. So what this plaque is, there's a thing called in Vegas the Walk of Stars. And
Uh-huh.
Pablo is also part of that. And what that is stars that they put in certain places of the strip. You have to find them. It's kind
Right.
of like the Hollywood stars. Well, they're acknowledging me as Veronica Lopez, la consentida de la música tejana in Vegas.
Aw,
So that's the
yay!
plaque they gave me. So I wanted to share that with you. Isn't that beautiful?
Of
It has
course,
all the
congratulations.
signatures.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it
So
says Las
has
Vegas. Huh?
it has a Vegas picture, the Las Vegas Strip.
Yes, it has a strip, and it's like all the signatures. And I was emotional, of course. Like I just cry for everything because anytime it's a step forward in making an impact in my community, it just really touches my soul, because I've been singing for a long time, like I told you, and nothing has ever felt this beautiful. It really hasn't. And as an artist, and I'm sure there's a lot of artists watching, you're thinking, is this gonna happen? Is it gonna work? Am I in the right time? Am I too old? That's another thing. Am I wasting my time? Am I wasting my money? All these thoughts go through your head because it's a lot of investment. It's a lot.
You
Artists,
know,
you know what I'm talking about. So,
we have a person that goes way back to his father, which is Gil Jimenez, and he's with us right now.
hi,
Um,
Gil.
and have you met Gil Jimenez?
I think I met him once on maybe on a podcast. I'm not quite sure, but I know of him. Yes.
Now, Gil dates back to probably further than 20 years. I'd say about 40 years in the business. And just, everyone coming together and listening to a podcast and connecting. And I've asked him, do you know Veronica La Consentida? No, I don't. But, just all these little things that you're talking about, your drive, your passion for Tejano, um, your talent, Veronica,
Thank
is something you're putting out there today. It's for everyone. It's a platform that we're putting out there to make connections, with everyone. It's I believe that it's very endearing to us because we can all relate. We're here all together. We can all relate to everything you're telling us, everything we're sharing, the music. And Gil Jimenez is also, he's making his way into connecting with all of us here on Facebook, and we're just so appreciative to have him as well because I've gone back to listen to some of his music, and I'm like, ay, yo conocía su papá, que Dios lo tenga en paz, Mr. Flaco Jimenez, but having Gil has been even an honor to have him out with us, connecting on social media. We truly appreciate both of you very, very much. I don't see. I'm trying to think that there's other artists. We have Mari Chofi Martinez. She's also a promoter. Hi, Mari. How are you, Mari? Lots of hugs to you, Mari. DJ Ramon Gomez is also here with us as well. So, guys, spread the word. We've got Veronica, connecting with Veronica La Consentida, maybe collaborating with her, maybe whispering some stuff, tickling somebody's ear out there about having some ideas about how we can all enjoy all of you guys all together.
Yeah, I tell everybody all the time, my focus is not for only me. My focus is to bring artists to have the opportunity to sing in Vegas. That's been my goal since the beginning, and I stand by that. I am an artist. I have an artist heart. I don't have a heart of, oh, I've got to do this and I've got to make all kinds of money. That's not my heart. My heart is like, let me open the door. If I could be okay where I'm not struggling financially trying to do this, I'll keep doing it. I'll keep investing. I'll keep talking about it. I'll keep spreading the word. I want to see a residency of a big artist. I want to see, Tejano in our music scene of the Las Vegas Strip. I want to see some Tejano artists up on the marquee,
Mhm.
when you drive through. I want it to be part of our world in Las Vegas. That's what I want. And that's why I'm continuing to do this. I have an event that I haven't even promoted yet, but I will. On April 4th, I was asked to perform at the Sugar Factory. Now that is on the Las Vegas Strip, and that will be April 4th. It will not be considered a honey dance, although I will be promoting the honey dance there. It'll be Veronica brings Tejano to Vegas. And
Mhm.
this is going to be amazing because I will be on the Las Vegas Strip where the people could hear it from the street because we will be on a balcony area outside in the evening. So people walk by and they'll get to hear it. So I'm very excited about that. That just popped up and I'm very grateful for that. But I just want people to know where my heart is. And I talk about it all the time and I probably sound like a broken record, but
Wait, are you gonna have your band, Veronica? Are you
I'll
gonna
have
have your
the Las Vegas one. Yeah, they're more of a conjunto band because we have not found it. It has been such a struggle to find the right musicians.
Mhm,
They
mhm,
don't know how to play this music. People think, oh, I'm a musician, I can play anything.
mhm,
Not
mhm,
necessarily. If you're used to just playing norteño or corridos your whole life, it
right.
is a very Tejano's a different beast. It's just different. And
Mhm,
until I get some musicians to come out of under wherever they are out here by
mhm,
hearing about my story, I may get some people that know how to play it. But for right now, I'm going to do the best I can with what I've got. And I'm okay. And I'm very grateful to my musicians because they go with the flow. They're like, okay, you want to play, Cowboy
mhm.
Cumbia, let's do it.
Do you have any plans on doing some rock and roll with your Tejano?
I've never thought about that. I guess because I want to sing what the people love. And I want to stay in that realm because I shine my best where I feel good. And that's where I feel good. So I don't know. I mean, there may be another producer that comes by and says, hey, you want to do this? You want to do that? Ask Javi and ask them because they've been in the business so long. They know what's best for me. And I put all
You
the
know,
trust in the world with them.
sometimes the artists will remove themselves from the stage and bring on maybe some, I don't know, let me think of somebody like a rock and roller. Like who's a good rock and roll? Like maybe Mick Jagger music. Do you do any of that? Does your band try to change it a little bit and throw on some
We are,
country,
yeah,
some
we
rock
are
and roll?
adding country because of Vegas vibe here. We have to
Right,
add some
right.
country. But
Uh-huh.
every country song I sing it bilingual. So like I'll do Crazy and I'll do it in
Uh-huh.
both languages by Patsy Cline. And the people love it.
Uh-huh.
I did it last night. I want to do Tennessee Whiskey bilingual. I want to do everything English and Spanish because I noticed last night we had a lot of people that didn't speak Spanish. And they absolutely loved that I could go back and forth in language. I would say,
Mhm.
hey, everybody, how are you? ¿Cómo están todos? This night, we're going to be showing you some Tejano esta noche. I'm going back and forth. My brain is just going splitting, into pieces. And they absolutely loved it. They were like, wow, never have they had that here in Vegas. We are not represented, the bilingual people. We're not
Mhm.
represented here. We either got regional Mexican from Mexico or we got country music. There's nothing in between. And that's my spot. I want to be in
Yeah.
between.
Yeah, well, when you're talking about regional music from Mexico, you can always include Tejano because that's really where it all originated. It all comes together, and it's just a matter of bringing the instruments together, and you can make some Tejano. Hey, with the keyboards and the synthesizer and the electric guitar, that's all it takes. Honestly, that's really what it is. I think it's nice to have versatile, and I'm glad that you're versatile ideas of different genres and I think that Tejano's it's going to be there for us in our hearts no matter what. Um, and then, but also there's you have a new generation of pop culture that wants to hear a little bit more of the pop stuff,
Right.
and I love that, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't identify it as Tejano, but I step out of my box and I play other stuff, and
Right.
it's good.
Yeah.
It's good for all of us, it's good for the public to expose it to change a little bit. Now I wanna go to the video Mujeres Sexy. Before I do, thank you to Mari Chofi, promoter, who's with us today as well. I have an emotional cumbia artist that would be great for the rock edition. Ooh, connect with Mari Chofi, who's on right now. And we also have Lupe Loscano, who's joining us. Gil Jimenez is telling you, you got this. And if Gil Jimenez is saying that, you're speaking to, I don't want to call him an expert, but yeah, anybody that's been doing Tejano for over 20 years. Yes, you have some expertise. So let's go
Thank
on to Mujeres Sexy.
Okay, let's go with Mujeres Sexys. Hi,
Hi, Veronica. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Just here, trying to see what to wear. Yeah, I want to go out, but I don't know. Sometimes I just feel insecure on certain clothes because you know how it can be sometimes.
All women are pretty. All women are sexy in their own way.
I agree with you 100% on that.
Mujeres, a las 8, 9, 10, escúchenme mujeres, X1 doble X3. Un señor me dijo que las gorditas no deben bailar, que solo las flaquitas se miran sexy en la popularidad. Y me han dicho, ay, qué bonita te puedes ver, si solo un poquito la dietita puedes obtener. Y como en Blancanieves, al espejo le pregunto, dime mi espejito lindo, no seas malito. Y me miro por aquí y me miro por allá, dime si me veo sexy y me muevo por aquí y me muevo por allá. Dime si me veo sexy, me muevo por aquí y me muevo por allá. Dime si soy sexy igual y me miro por aquí y me miro por allá. Me miro tanto que me vuelvo loca y me muevo por aquí y me muevo por allá. Las mujeres son sexy igual. Y me miro por aquí y me miro por allá. Dime si me veo sexy, me muevo por aquí y me muevo por allá. Dime si soy sexy igual y me miro por aquí y me miro por allá. Me miro tanto que me vuelvo loca y me muevo por aquí y me muevo por allá. Las mujeres son sexy igual. Esto así se baila. Arriba las mujeres. Un grito. Mis reinas. Mujeres sexys.
Y me muevo por aquí y me muevo por allá. Woo! Let's not forget the quesito and those tacos. I would never. I don't care if I'm on a diet, man. My tacos have to have cheese. Yeah, gotta have queso, no matter what.
That song has so much history, and every time I see it, it's still like I still think it's the funnest song I'll ever sing, and I'll never stop singing it. That
It's
song was done so many years ago, and I redid it 3 or 4 times. And I think the funnest part was doing it in Texas with the people there. It was just so much fun. We had a blast.
You
Vicky
know
V
what
was there.
though? It shows a lot of confidence in all the ladies, no matter what size. You know, the confidence is there. You know, we can all move. We
Well,
can
I
all
have a thing.
shake
It's
that
so
booty and move those hips,
it's so
woman.
funny because my mother, she was very overweight, and I don't promote not being healthy. I do promote that you love yourself, because if you love yourself, you'll take care of yourself. And
Perfectly said. Yes.
yeah, and my mother used to get really upset when people would say, "You need to lose weight." And she would say, "You don't think I have a mirror? Like why do you have to tell me that I need to lose weight?" I think it actually makes it harder for people. People need to search within themselves to say, "I don't want to be like this. I don't want to." And that may take time. Everybody's journey is different, you know. Not everybody's there yet mentally. It has a lot to do with the way you were raised, the food that you ate growing up. There's a lot of factors for somebody to criticize you, and I think that that's a very debatable subject. But I made my mark. I wanted that song to like live forever, and it is. People listen to it, and if you get down about your weight, it makes you laugh. Watch it, because it is about all women finding their sexiness on their own. That you don't need to worry about what other people say. So
Right.
I may strike some chords with that comment, but it is what it is.
Well, sometimes it doesn't have to do with, just eating too much or, you know, growing up just being heavy. But sometimes, it's a medical problem and
Right.
people can't lose it no matter what. So, yeah, that's it. I think it's very sensitive. I think it's rude when people say, "Oh, you've gained so much weight." And I'm like, did you have to say that?
Yeah, exactly. I think that people are exactly, they're just rude. I went through that a lot in the beginning of my career. Like
Well,
everybody had something to say, but I made an impact with that song. That song went to Gordo y la Flaca, Despierta America, and it was the best thing that I could have written.
well, I commend you for that, girl. That's great. I love it. I love your talent. I love your imagination, your ideas. You're going everywhere with all your videos. So from the calendar to weight. And the next one's gonna be the next one's for me, Trancazo de Besos. Let's line up those tequila shots, guys. Check it out.
Okay.
Trancazo de Besos with Veronica La Consentida. Just last year, right?
Yes.
like this part right here. Right there.
I like this song too. It's like an escape.
Yeah. Woo. I'm having a great old time with all these songs. I love them. And you know, I love music, period. But that Tejano feel it feels good on a Saturday afternoon, actually.
It massages your spirit, right?
Yes, yes. Veronica, give us some information on you. You have a Facebook page? What is it under? Your music is hitting Spotify, it's hitting Apple.
Yeah. I have 5 Facebook pages because some of them get full, and I have opened a business page that's unlimited, but I really don't go too much on that one. I really like the personal pages. So if you try to get in one, which I have requests every day, and you can't get in there, go to one of the other ones because I want to have you on one of the pages. If you're on 2 or 3 pages, please delete yourself from 2 because I want to leave room for, people that can't get in my pages. I want every page to have different people. And I do go on this page more, but I still go on the other ones and answer people's messages. And I'm very cautious. I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm very cautious on making sure that everybody gets, a response because that's important to me. It's because of the people that I'm able to do what I do. If it wasn't for them, what's the point of it all? So to me, the fans are very important to me, like very important. You guys have no idea. If I had an abundance of funds, I'd be sending everybody all kinds of gifts and all kinds because I just love people and followers and fans so much, and maybe one day God will allow me to do that, to thank everybody for, supporting me because I'm just a person from Vegas doing Tejano. I know a lot of people may not know me, but it's been a challenge. So the followers that come in, I'm like, oh, thank you, thank you so much. Los quiero mucho, and I hope to see them in all the things that I do in Texas. I hope to see them in Vegas. You guys are invited. Of course, we have to, cover the venue, cover the bands, of course. But I'm keeping prices as low as I can because I just want everybody to come y disfrutar bringing this music to a new city. That's what I want. So to answer your question, because I went off on a tangent, it's YouTube, Veronica La Consentida, Veronica La Consentida on Facebook. I have another page called Veronica LC, La Consentida on Facebook, if you can't get on the other one. And Veronica Canta is another one. And Veronica La Consentida is a regular page too. So I have all that. TikTok, Veronica La Consentida. So as long as you remember that name, you can get in any of my pages. Yeah.
Hey guys, the audience, please share this page, this interview. Let's get Veronica out there, VLC. All the artists, let's share all the artist pages so we can just spread our wings to everybody in this country, and let's get Tejano to the pinnacle of the top of everything, because Tejano has roots. Tejano comes from roots. It comes from the struggles. It comes from the plight. It comes from, I want to say from what's the word I want? The resistance, and the celebration. So, it's not just music that just was put out there. It has roots. It has history, and it keeps evolving. It's never stopped.
Yes.
So because I can feel that in my heart because of the struggles that we've all had, people moving, people migrating, people going out, but they're still taking their music with them. And that's what's important in the Tejano industry, in the Tejano music.
Very well said.
Muchas gracias. Thank you so much for joining me, spending some time with me this afternoon. I truly, truly appreciate it. I love you with all my heart.
You too, Dina.
Audience, thank you to all of you guys for coming in, spending time with us. I do
Yes.
want to apologize because I don't always go into everyone's interviews. I've been busy remodeling my bathroom. I've been busy doing other things, trying to get my life back together after mom left,
Yes.
and it's been kind of different around here. I've been cleaning out my closets, doing a lot of things, and I promise I will get back into the interviews and I will start supporting you guys as well. I just want you to know that I'm not going to be in any way selfish with that. I want you guys to know that I truly support all the platforms, all the hosts, the DJs, and I want to stay a part of this family because this is where I belong.
Yes, yes. And you're beautiful. Your spirit is beautiful. And yes, we need to support Dina Madrid. Share this live, share her
Yes,
Facebook,
yes.
get it to the next level for her. And we can do it. It's just the people. So let's do that for Dina because she's a beautiful spirit. Beautiful. Thank you, Dina.
I've been on a mission. I've been missing in action, but I'm back. Thank you for all your prayers, your love, guys. You guys have a great Saturday afternoon. And me voy a poner a sacar más hierbas afuera. That's what I'm going to do this afternoon. Love you, Veronica.
Love you. Love you. Thank you, Dina. Send you
I
a hug.
have, thank you, Belen Ruby. I have Belen Ruby on Monday afternoon. So join me with Belen. She's also a
Okay.
beautiful lady. I love her as well. So
Yes.
we have Belen. We have Daniela Cifuentes on Thursday out of Chicago. Young lady. She just had a baby, but she's got a lovely voice. So I'll be
Beautiful.
having 2 interviews a week. And hope you guys can join me all the time. And I promise I will start support. I will start coming into your shows, guys. Gigi La Chicana, Norma Salazar, Vicky V, Cindy Hernandez, Daniel Garcia, all of you guys. I love you guys. And we will see you. Have a great weekend.
Have a
Ciao.
great weekend. Bye.